Kaptırıyor topu. Ali Tanrı'dan çok süratli. Ali orta yapacak. Sert orta. Sert orta.
Welcome, ladies and gents, back to another Maestro Game production. Welcome back to beautiful Bursa. And of course, it is January transfer window time. Unfortunately, though, our game does fall on the 1st of January, so we're not going to get any transfers done. But we can look through the squad, try and remove a little bit of Deadwood. Of course, we have our catch-up against Bursaspor, I believe it was, and today's game. So, without further ado, let's head on over to the stadium and get on with today's episode. Okay, so like I said, we've only got one game to catch up on. As you can see, it was a nice, comfortable 2-0 victory. Got off to a nice early start. I believe that was through recap. We then have this lovely goal by Omar of all people. Don't give Omar space because he will do that to you. So, comfortable 2-0 victory. That means back-to-back victories. Of course, we won in the last episode, nice and comfortably. We're starting to beat the teams around us. I apologise for that. I am rather clumsy, as you all know. So, match statistics are as follows. We dominated them. We had 16 shots to their 5. 5 on target to their 2. We do need to get a little bit more accurate. 1.71 on the XG to their 0.67. 6 corners to 3. 9 fouls to 19. 2 yellow cards, 2 yellow cards. 90% on our passing. That is lovely. To 76. 59% possession to their 41. Recap's goal is actually noted down as the 6th minute, although I believe it was about 5.5. They, of course, got a yellow card. We then got our second goal. We got a yellow card. They got a yellow card. We got a yellow card. So, the man of the match, or player of the match, depending on which variation you like to use, because I can't remember how long it's been down as player of the match in this game now, but for about the past 4, 5, I don't know. Anyways, Omar, he gets the title. He is the best player on this pitch. We had solid performances all around. Musin, he was letting us down a little bit, but he didn't manage to cause too much damage. Same with Berber. We really need to sort this right back out. I think that's probably our next target. I think our goalkeeper's playing solid, although he's getting old, so we could probably do with getting a younger goalkeeper. Obilaw, if we can keep hold of him, would be nice. We need to get him on a new contract. He's at risk of just being snapped from under us. I can't remember if I've previously mentioned that, but I probably have. Kobile is here for the future. Omar, so it's probably going to be them two. Obilaw, we're praying we can keep a hold of. In the central midfield, Emrihan, probably keep him for a while. Oskan, same. So we're probably going to keep these. I think it's definitely this right back goalkeeper situation, I think, is our main issue. We do need to sort someone out for this left-hand side. We definitely need more cover on this left side. Because the Serdar, and we've got Aaron? Gullier. His name escapes me. Regatsu, of course, is on loan, but we can sort another loan for that. So we need to sort left attacking mid, striker, right back, and goalkeeper are our probably main 4 targets going forward. Recap's doing a solid job over here. Sinan has been a bargain in that cam spot, and I'm loving it. We, of course, do have some cover in Diarra. He's a little old, though. So, yeah, that is probably our areas to be trying to patch up at some point. I don't think we're going to be able to touch much of those 4 at all during the January window. Maybe we can get a loan in, because as you know, our money's not looking great. We do need to send some players out on loan so we can get some wage budget in and hopefully get some people in on loan. So, what do we have to work with in that? Well, as you can see, this is our current squad. We do need to swap out a few players, get back to our starting 11. So, first of all, I'm going to learn how to play the game. That's probably a good idea. So we have Gullier, who's currently injured. He's still out for 8 days to 3 weeks. We then have Saka, who's injured for 6 days to 2 weeks. Our goalkeeper managed to get himself injured. He's out for 3 days. Akgun, I believe, was injured by Gullier, which I'm not quite sure how that happened, considering Gullier is out with a twisted ankle. I'm not sure how he managed to injure Akgun in training. I think he threw a weight or something at him. To be honest, I don't blame you, Aaron. If you did, good job on you, because Atgun is Monji, he's rubbish. We want rid of him. As you can see, average of 5.9. He's had 1 substitute appearance. I'm not a fan of Atgun this year. He's gone from 30 games, 1 goal and 6.9 to just being completely and utterly useless in this league. So we're going to get rid of him, ship him off at the earliest opportunity. He's on 1.4 grand. He's down as a regular starter. We don't need him. He's 34 years of age. Past it. We're getting rid of him. So, as I was saying, Gullier we can't put onto the bench quite yet. So Sedai's staying over there. Erin is sticking on our bench, so we don't need to mess about with any of this. So, who is the Deadwood in the first team? Well, we have quite a few players who haven't played. This guy hasn't played. He's 27 years of age. He's good cover across the board. I think we'll keep hold of him. He is on £1 a week. We bought him for 60 grand. Can we move him on for more? He's valued at 105. I think he's on the borderline. I think all these we keep hold of for sure. Erin Yaziki? Yeah, Yaziki. We'll go with that one. He's on the borderline of whether we keep him or sell him. Atgun is definitely on the way out. We have our third choice goalkeeper. He's 20 years of age. We're going to stick on with him until he develops and we can shun him out the door. We then have Kaskin. He's still in development, so we'll hang on to him. Gullier, of course, is staying. Koz is probably on his way out if we can find somewhere to send him. And Saka is a development player, so he can also go out on loan when we can manage to do that. So we've got those 2 out for sale at the moment. In fact, we're going to transfer list them. I don't care if they get all Mardy with us. We are transfer... Oh. Never mind, they're already listed. Loan listed, that's okay. You should be loan listed, yes you are, and you are loan listed. Hold up, no. Bad game. We don't want Gullier on the loan list, he's our starter. Unavailable for loan. Yes. Gullier is our starting left back. We don't want him on loan. Not on loan. You're loan listed. You know what? Do we transfer list him? He doesn't have much potential left in him. So you know what? You are going on the transfer list. We don't need you. And Doi, he's getting old. I think we'll probably push him on as well. Just going through this team. Loan listed. Derson. I think he asked for that though, didn't he? If I remember rightly. Sadar. Suitable loan for the player. Yes, he wants a loan, so I can't take him off it, although I would like to keep him around. He just wants to go play first team football, which is reasonable. He's a decent player. He's got development in him. We can send him out on loan. Hopefully he can build up enough so he can actually come into our first team. Maybe he replaces Obilor when Obilor decides to go for a few million. So we have Derson, who is currently loan listed. Anyone else accidentally loan listed in the starting team? As you can see, all of our defenders are yellow card away from a suspension. We have Erdogan or yellow card away, and so is Recap. So we've got a bunch of suspensions coming in soon, ladies and gents. That is the problem when you try and make your team 12 and above on aggression. So that is the starting team. Of course, we do have our developmental squad. So let's head on over to the developmental squad. We have these fine individuals. So does anyone have any value? Not really. We have a few players who we can develop. No one's on a big wage, so these are probably all going out on loan, just get a bit of wage budget. So what we'll do, all of you are loan listed if the game will allow. Thank you. Behave, game. Behave. Available for them. Okay. So we're all good. In fact, I will wait one day because it's not quite January yet. I'll start trying to get rid of those players and get them on their way out the door. But without further ado, I'm going to fast forward to our game, do all that mess off screen, and I'll see you fine folks for the game in just a second. Right, ladies and gents, it's match day. We're in the briefing room, and as you can see, we have a couple of players who have a little bit of an issue with the tactics. So let's have a little look at that. So Manfredini is fine, Omar is fine. Omar is fine yet again. He likes the much higher defensive line. He likes the shape. We then have concerns from Uzlu, who is sitting on the bench, who cares? Much higher pressing intensity doesn't suit his stamina. Ozcan doesn't particularly like it's a much higher pressing intensity. Everyone else is fine though. Omar for a fade time. I'm loving Omar. Omar's loving this tactic as well. Ozcan weirdly is liking the pass into space aspect though. We have Faith Friday. He's loving the tighter marking. And yep, Kurt and Ozcan yet again. It's gone down pretty nicely. Apart from these two little issues, but he's liking two things, disliking one thing, and Uzlu, well, he's sitting on the bench, so deal with it, Uzlu. Omar is in your position, and Omar is absolutely loving it. So, as you can see, team sheet hasn't changed a single thing. It's Manfredini in goal. We have Yildirim on the right-hand side of defence. Oblor and Aktas in central defence. Omar on the left. Adigan, of course, in that central playmaker role, alongside Ozcan. We then have Recap on the right-hand side, Kurt in the middle, and Ozcan, otherwise known as Sadar, on the left-hand side. Rigatsu up front. A few different things from the social media. I'm not going to go through them. Don't see anyone else on their team who's any particular name. So, without further ado, let's hop into things, crack on with this game, and talk to the players. So go out there and carry straight from where you finished last match. That seems pretty appropriate, especially for the last couple of matches. We've played teams around us, we've beat them, we've had nice, comfortable victories. So the transfer window is open once more, bringing with it speculation over your plans for Bursaspor. Will there be any deals in the coming weeks? Well, we've gone over this. We're not going to tell the media though. There are areas of the team we are looking to improve, but we will only enter the market for the right player. Exactly. I.e., we don't have much money, so if we can get people out, then we might bring someone in. Where do you feel the squad could do with strengthening? I think we need more options in midfield. We could do with some attacking reinforcement. It's clear to me that we need to bolster the defence. I think we could mix things up in the goalkeeping department given the chance. I'm not prepared to talk about transfer policy right now, and I'm happy with my squad. Yeah. Exactly. Happy with the squad. We could do with strengthening a couple of areas, as we've already established, but we're not going to tell them specifically where, and geez, they are playing defensive here today. Now, we are the home team, and, well, we do have quite the crowd, considering this is at the start of next year. But, Emrihan, oh no, sorry, we're a year in advance, aren't we? So, yes, this crowd makes sense. Ozcan will collect the ball, plays it over to Emrihan, back to Obilor, Obilor to Emrihan now. Emrihan, lovely ball over top to Rigatsu. Rigatsu one-on-one with Long, but unfortunately Long makes a beautiful save. Yes, I did avoid. Okay, they've somehow managed to clear that. And Fernandez is going on the counter-attack, and Omar has just gone and... Omar, you're a lucky boy. You are a lucky boy. You hacked him from behind. Musin whips one in. Oh, it's a lovely goal by Kubilay of all people. First goal of the season for Kubilay Aktas. Lovely header. Let's have another look at this one. Beautiful free kick, may I add, from Musin. He's been having a bad season and, well, he's made up for it there. He's got us off to a cracker with that free kick. And we are nodded into the lead less than 10 minutes into today's game. As you can see, we are shooting up the table. We are up in 9th. Although, as you'll see from the rest of the table, that doesn't really mean a whole lot. All the teams are pretty close, so it's easy to fluctuate from 9th all the way down to the relegation zone. We are playing a bunch of teams we should be beating at the moment, so we should definitely be pushing up. We are probably due a really bad spell coming up, especially when we play Fenerbahce in the Cup twice. That's probably going to lower our team's morale just a little bit. But hopefully the January window means we can get a couple of players in. Maybe that sparks some life. And yeah, hopefully we can keep the good times rolling. If not, though, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be too surprised if Fenerbahce is part of a bad spell of 5-6 games where we struggle for a little bit. But right now, we're on a high. So, Emrihan holds up the ball nicely. Now through to Rigatsu. Back to Emrihan once more. Gets it across to Sinan. Lovely through ball to Sedar. Unfortunately, though, can't get it past Long. And Long will collect. It's 20 minutes in, ladies and gents. They've not had a single shot. We've had 4. 2 of them on target. Like I said previously, we do need to work on being a little bit more accurate. As you can see, our passing, though, that is beautiful. 93%. Unfortunately, though, free kick back post. They have got an equaliser. They finally get one on target. And they've got a goal. Or have they? Is it offside from this free kick? Let's have a little look. VAR is going to check this one. We didn't have a good angle. And, well, the goal was disallowed. Let's have another look at this one. So, the free kick's whipped in. He is offside. So, that's nice to see. Okay, it beat us to it. We don't need to skip it. As you can see, like I said, 28 points. We do have a bit of a gap on Adana, who are 14 points clear of us. But, like I said, we can slip quite a bit down that table if we just lose a couple of games. There's only a few points between us and like 14, 15, if I want to say. So, enough rambling about the table. We've had 6 shots. They've had 1. 2 on target. They had 1. Unfortunately for them, it was disallowed. So, 0.6 XG to their 0.02. Corners, we've had 5. They've had 1. 6 fouls to 5 fouls. 0 yellow cards. 0 yellow cards. 93% passing to their 90. They've had a decent passing, to be honest. Possession, 65% to 35%. Like I said, they had that goal disallowed on the 36th minute. And we crack on with the second half. So, how is the team getting on? Well, we're getting on pretty well. We did have Omar have that questionable challenge. I will say that. So, this is an opportunity, and it's a right to back you up. You know what? You're playing well, but there's still room for improvement. That is what I'm going with. That's fired him up. That's what we needed. We needed a fired up Omar. He was the one player who was struggling in that half. We fired him up. Hopefully he can have a good half now. Hopefully he'll go out there, put on the performance he did between episodes. So, we're up to the 55th minute. We are, of course, approaching substitution time, which is our usual 60-second. I managed to get it bang on 62 at this moment. Yildirim is 1 yellow card away from a suspension. We've gone over this. Our entire defensive line is, so that doesn't really equate to much. Recap is look like he gave everything. We should... Okay, that's a change I can get behind. This one, not so much. I'm going to ignore both of them, though, because we are going to make the changes on our own. We don't need the suggestions of our assistant manager for this. As we can see, Kurt, Obilor, and Recap are all tired. So those are our free key men to take off. It's quite obvious which ones we need. Sadat is going to come on. We're going to bring Sadat on. Hopefully that'll help him want to stick around and not run away to some other team. We're then going to bring on Diarra. He's going to play on the right-hand side. We have Kurt. So, how do we solve this problem? How do we solve a problem like Maria? Well, Endoy goes there. We're swapping with Rigatsu. That is a triple substitution. We then have 2, of course, remaining. I like to hold on to 1. Do I use the other one, though? That is the question. Omar's having a bad game. He's on a 6.4. Do we want to change half of our defense, though? That's probably not the smartest idea. But we're doing it. Because we like to be reckless. So let's do it. Let's change half of our defense when we're 1-0 up and they had a goal disallowed. Why not? Why not, ladies and gents? Why not? Well, we might find out here, because they have a free kick. They played it over to Oliver. Plays it back to the player who takes the free kick. Now, Fernandez gets it over. They gave it to Uzlu, though. Uzlu, can he work anything from the back? Well, he gets it up to Rigatsu. Now, Endoy. Emrihan running through the central midfield. Plays over to the right-hand side, where Diarra has help behind him if he needs. Plays it back to Emrihan. Over to Rigatsu. Nice ball over to this right-hand side, where Musin will get it. Plays it back to Emrihan once more, whips one in. No, he plays it short to Musin, whips it back post, headed away though. Fernandez on the counter-attack. Ozcan tried to get over, but it is played upfield. Pedro coming down left-hand side now, chased by Musin. Musin, can he get a tackle in? That is the question. No, he cannot. The cross is in, and the header is over the bar. And I can breathe. We can all breathe. And the suggestion is, Rigatsu looks like he's gave everything. We should think about change. Cock. Our assistant wants to see our cock. How can we deny such a request from our assistant? Ozcan can move up. We then slide in our cock. And that is the substitution. So, let's crack on. Hopefully he can put in a good performance in that central midfield role. As you can see, Emrihan is a little bit tired, but we don't have 6 subs, so he's just going to have to stick it out for the rest of the game. He's putting in a solid 7 at the moment, so that's nice to see. And we are on the 90th minute. Please do not concede in additional time. Head it away, please. Thank you. It's over the bar. 4 minutes remain. Just hold on, lads. It's getting a little worrying. And we did. We did. We can breathe. Again. Yet again. And as you can see, Kubile with a beautiful 8.2 gets the best performer, the player of the match, the man of the match. Use whatever term you would like. We have match statistics though. 9 shots to their 3, 2 on target to their 1, 0.76 XG to their 1, 0.18, 12 corners to 1, 11 fouls to 12, 0 yellow card to 1 yellow card, 92% passing, dropped a little bit but still pretty good. 87% for them, 68% on the passing to their 32. Lovely performance. Endoy didn't have the greatest of games. Seydar also didn't have the greatest. Omar had a terrible game. Lucky for us, Uzlu came on, did great. Rigatsu, not so good. Recap, not so good. Kek did okay. Needed to take him off, of course, for fitness. Same with Obalor, 6.8. Seydar came on and performed, which is nice to see. I really hope we can keep a hold of him. If not long term and send him out on loan, then sitting on the bench. We need you, Seydar. Please do not abandon us, Seydar. We like you. We just can't use you in the starting lineup when we have Obilor of all people. So, a good win, boys. Well done. I agree with the assistant on that one. That's a good shout. How much longer can you keep this incredible run going? Well, we're taking things one match at a time, but confidence is high, and we're bullish about our chances going into every fixture. Exactly. How concerned are you about the risk of complacency? We're confident and focused, and that's all I can ask for. Not me, everyone's focused squarely on the task at hand. Exactly. We are focused on the task at hand, and that really bugs me how it does that. I really wish they'd sort that out. That's been there since day one. I really wish they'd fix it. But as you can see, we're nicely up in 9th. We have a 0 goal difference, which is weird. But yes, we are positioned up in 9th, 0 goal difference. Like I've said, we could slip all the way down here though. So if we go to that, we can drop 1 spot at the moment, but if we lose 2 games, we can drop all the way down here. We're in this pack of like 12 to 15 really. When we start losing a couple of games, when we play our Fenerbahçes and our bigger teams, we'll be in this scrap. So it's nice to see that we're off to a good start. 28 points from our first 19 games, but we still have our other 19 games. We still have to try and get another 11 points, I believe, from those 19 games to hit that 40 mark. So we still have games to play. We still have to worry about relegation, but we have made a good start. And, well, Ismail is now asking for a new contract. Under 19s player, 1.5 star, doesn't have great potential, hasn't really done anything, I don't think, anywhere. He went out on loan here, 6.88. Jesus, 3 goals in 16 games. I mean, maybe he does deserve a new contract. How much are you on? £100 a week. You know what? I think I might offer this guy a new contract. But for now, that is the episode, of course. I have to get through this Fenerbahçe first leg, which is probably going to be really painful. Trabzonspor, which again, where are they? They're 11th. They're a team that should be beating us. We struggled against them, I believe, earlier in the season. Fenerbahçe also. Denizlispor is another one, I believe. Where is Denizlispor? Denizlispor is up in 7th. That's going to be a hard task as well. We have Hatayspor, who is 12th. We should win the Hatayspor game, I feel. I feel like we should probably lose all of them. Maybe get a draw against like Denizlispor or Trabzon. Hatay probably get a victory against. And then we shall be back on the 5th of February. I want to get these out the way. Get our transfer window done. Bring some players, hopefully, for you, ladies and gents. Get rid of the old Deadwood players, mainly Akgun. So, I thank you all for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next one, and goodbye.